Thank you very much, Slacks. Yes, we're ready to go here with game 2, Secret versus Tundra. Let's see if Secret are able to fare a little bit better, because that game 1, it was a rough one. Tundra coming out all guns blazing and being able to take that first map against Secret. I mean, overall, we did hear, of course, towards the end of the game, Secret, they were able to keep spirits high. We heard a lot of positivity from the comms. Sure. Exactly what you need right after, towards the end of a very rough start to the Grand Finals.
Yeah, and I like the, the big pivot that they made this game. Rather than looking to chase heroes around, looking to try to catch Tundra, which seemed to be one of the biggest problems for most teams this tournament. They're the ones who is going to be forcing the issue and forcing Tundra to kind of react to them. So let's see if that works. We see right away, Tundra, they go for this level 1 smoke play. Incredibly strong level 1 with the Marcy, with the CK stun to chase heroes. But we see the Secret prepared. They had this early ward placed on top of their outpost to see immediately when smoke broke. So prepared for that early game.
And we'll see how well, Secret can deal with some of the more different heroes that Tundra are bringing into the fray this time. Eyes are going to be on 9, see how much he can do.
Oh, that is annoying.
He's going to be able to get a bit of damage down onto Crystallis as he tries to get towards his lane.
He knows he has no risk. He's playing versus Chen in the lane, so you can easily go for these type of pressure plays, give 33 that first few creeps advantage.
I mean, so this mid matchup as well. We're seeing two sort of greedy heroes here, the potential to really become the carries for both teams. The Morphling versus the Arc Warden. Anything exciting to come out of the laning stage? Is just going to be a trade and farm, or do one of these heroes have to be more careful than the other in this matchup?
Probably a trade and farm, maybe 9 slightly ahead if anything, but no, I'd say mostly just a trade. We've seen Nisha and just Morphlings in general. With the new skill build that you can go, you only have to put 2 points in attribute shift. You're able to prioritize having more points in adaptive and waveform. You're able to secure CS constantly, so I'd imagine Nisha does do just fine. Looking at top, this is probably the more exciting lane, I would imagine, to look at. The shards, the stun, Lesh, constant kill threats onto the Phoenix, maybe even onto CK.
Bottom lane. Those sprays are stacking up, but damage from Saxon 33. It's enough to burst through Crystallis and take him out. She's going to even give a bit of a chase down onto Puppey.
He might go down too.
Finish him off as well. Saxon will be ready to dive in under the tower. It's the lane starting off with a double kill for 33. That's not something you want to see if you're Secret.
This is just the Tundra offlane special, right? I mean, this is always what they do. Somehow they're able to just always know how to apply so much pressure. And with this death, Soxa comes back, 6 tangos, a salve, 33. You see the items. They do this almost every time on the Visage. Tries to start with no regen, just tries to get mangoes and stats. So they can just keep doing this. I think Crystallis.
So much damage. He comes back into the lane and he's pretty much immediately down to a third of his HP. Top lane as well, we're seeing Resolution. He's getting zoned back, Snaking able to take down Zayt's courier. Get the shards down, but dives at the ready.
The first few levels are incredibly impressive from this Marcy and Visage. This is one of their bread and butters. Puppey will start to attempt some stabilization with the lane, get the pullback. See what creeps he's able to get to kind of dissuade this damage that's going to be coming out. He gets a pretty good one. It's a good one to at least harass them back, kind of stop their aggression.
See how soon they're able to get to a point where Crystallis is, I feel, a bit more confident to step up the creep waves. It's not easy. Off to the side, Saxa.
He'll get the creep.
Look to take down the creep.
They know how strong that creep can be. Good choice to kind of go for it there. And this is a great lane for the Visage, where it's like, yeah, the Bristle, as the panel, as Seven Noto were talking about, you do counter this hero in a way as the game progresses, and even in lane sometimes, but also you have infinite mana, right? Visage is just always able to just bash out those spells constantly onto Crystallis' Bristle.
See there, of course, Puppey quite able to take the small camp back before the respawn. Saxa ensure that ever more tougher and tougher for Secret to gain momentum and control of the creep waves down in this bottom lane. 33 is able to hold it in a fantastic position.
Good position and tons of regen, so they can always go for this harassment. Crystallis, I believe he's got his ring. Yeah, he's got it on the courier, so we'll have some sustain. But his stats overall will be a bit low because it's going to take a very long time for that to come out. So could still look to apply pressure onto him there.
Has got both his spells on cooldown at the moment, so Secret I'll look to choose this time to strike. Skidder drags back Zayt though. And ensure that that last right click required to take Snaking down won't be allowed to be there.
Still holding the Fairy Fire as well too. He's just kind of baiting them a little bit if they did try to commit. So far looking at the mid lane, yeah, Nisha, he's doing just fine. He's actually gone 3-1-1 skill build, okay. Not really feeling like he needs to go for any attribute shift at all versus an Arc Warden, only at 1 point.
And on this bottom lane, Poppy in particular has to be very careful. I mean, Chrysalis as well, honestly. With the sidekick, with the rebound, full sprays are stacking up.
Good
Tundra. At this stage, with the lead that they've already managed to get against the Bristle, it very much seems that Marcy and Visage, they can kill that Bristle before the quill sprays become too much and he starts killing them. They know exactly when to push it, and they know that they can get away with it.
It's just like last time, right? When they have this Tide plus this Hoodwink versus that Pudge. This time it's Visage with Marcy. Heavy physical damage, Blades of Attack again on 33. Same build he's gonna go as last time. Not the phase boots, but of course just Wraith Pact, high damage.
I mean, how do you sort of recover from the state of this bottom lane? It feels like one more death from Chrysalis down here, and it's going to be very, very difficult to bring this lane back in Secret's favor.
I like that he bought the raindrop. I think that's a good, at least, attempt to be able to get a trade kill probably with those quills that we saw Soxa drop low. Just any type of small stats, any type of small survivability will help. His ring, he's still sitting behind the tower. He actually hasn't brought it out for himself. He will in a second.
I think the scary thing as well, of course, is from Saxa, you know, having a good start down bottom with the levels that he's going to be getting in on him. You know, the other lanes, they've got to be prepared as well, right? The perfect hero Marcy to have high impact at any part of the map that happens around these tier 1 towers early. They've got to be prepared for Saxa to turn up and turn things around, just like he was doing in game 1 as in Hoodwink. Bottom lane. Another jump over towards Poppy. Poppy and Chrysalis try and stand their ground, but Poppy goes down. Chrysalis might have a chance to chase Saxa out this time, as Saxa, has he got any further options of getting away? He doesn't, so Chrysalis finally finding a bit of action going in his direction.
Honestly, maybe that's the way you have to do it. Just Poppy has to sacrifice himself. He has to be the one to just soak those soul assumptions for Bristleback to just get this type of trade. Otherwise, yeah, definitely seeing a bit of promise. But Chrysalis, once he has Vanguard, he'll be able to at least stay down here a lot easier, and he's getting pretty close to it.
As we can see now, despite sort of the deaths that have occurred down on that bottom lane, Chrysalis, he's pretty much keeping straight even with the farm that Skeeter, you know, carrying for Tundra on the other side. The map is getting as well.
Yeah, pretty much Vanguard is going to be done, so should be a lot safer. And Puppy, he's going to start getting some levels, so he's going to be able to actually protect Chrysalis. We see him grab some magic resistance and also just a little bit of extra damage. So that actually would help a lot. That little bit of cloak aura that's going to come out could protect Chrysalis enough. Let's see.
See if Saxa at 33 can get away with this, but now with the levels, indeed, at this stage, it very much feels like it's not going to be nearly as easy as it was for Tundra in the early minutes of this lane to take down the Bristle. Chrysalis, whilst there's been a few deaths here and there, he's got through the rough bit of the lane.
But Visage level 6 already. That is pretty massive for 33, having it this early on. The flash is going to be too.
Caught him in the shards. Nisha, he'll look to step over and finish off the kill. He'll get it. Zayat should go down into the spark break. So both mids able to take a kill out of this one.
33's here.
He's turned up with the familiars, ready to chase out Nisha. Nisha's got a fair few one charges.
Only a level 1 shift.
Put back up, he can't. The burst is there from 9. It ends up being a double kill for the mid-arc warden.
And they do punish him for having level 1 attribute shift, right? Maxing a waveform, having 2 points in the adaptive. You do see that they're actually able to get that damage come out. And all that is because 33 hits the 6 so fast down bottom.
He's able to come in. And of course, the timings that are enabled off the back of that is pretty huge already. The completed Midas out onto 9. Wow. He's able to get this, you know, started very, very early on.
Beautiful.
As he's going to be making the money. There's every reason to believe that unless Secret can make any moves to find this Arc Warden, 9, he's going to start shooting far, far ahead of anyone else in this game with regards to the farm he'll get.
It feels like it could get to these points where maybe the CK pick is kind of this distraction, you know, and this Arc Warden, he's going to try to transition hard into that real carry for his team. Other good thing about the double Midas, as we saw there, you automatically get 2 neutral items. It's actually very nice when you're able to get it this early on to 9.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And now they're actually, so look at this, bit of a dynamic change. They're going to put the Visage mid, have him match up versus that Morphling, and they're going to send the Arc Warden for the time being down bottom.
So top lane. Trying to go for snaking. They do connect with the stun.
Nice play.
Secret, they get in and take him down, and will in fact see Tundra sort of bail out from this top lane. Give a chance for Secret. They'll put some pressure on. And likely with the TPs out, probably not going to be an area of the map that Tundra will look to hold on to. I mean, we did see this, of course, last time round as well, right? Game 1, 9 minutes in, Secret, they get this good timing on the tier 1. Snaking will turn back up. See if he's able to do anything on his own. He has to be very cautious. Secret still with 3 members around. Look at the pressure on this top lane.
He's just soaking, it looks like. Just trying to soak up any of that bit of experience.
But the fact that this has happened twice now, it very much seems that, you know, Tundra as a team, they sort of make the call to just not put any resources into holding that tower. Just let it go.
They tend to be, you know, that extremely efficient team, as we hear lots of players talk about. Very frustrating to play versus Tundra because they know how to dodge these plays, dodge the aggression, trying to make as little mistakes as possible. Another neutral item, of course. And yeah, giving Soxen now some levels too. So distributing that wealth, top 2 net worth, and the CK Skeeter. He's hero. He jungles just fine. He's going to be able to keep his pace up and probably look to do what he was doing anyway last time, is still look to connect top, use Phantasm just to farm, kind of acting as this pseudo Naga Siren.
Of course, last game, very much saw that Secret, they never really found that chance to sort of get Crystallis involved. Top lane snaking, out with the dive, doesn't matter. Nisha has got those final few right clicks chasing him down. You get the kill, so things looking good here for Nisha. You know, despite the quick Midas timing on 9, Nisha very much close behind him in farm.
And he's got this matchup always as he sucks, they actually get on him.
Got anything to rebound out towards? He doesn't. Secret, they hold him in the river. Able to bring it up even now, 6-6. Secret definitely doing a bit of a better job this time round at responding to some of these movements that Tundra's making around the map.
And playing around Nisha, right? With the skill build that he has so much burst potential. He actually has the gap closing potential as well too, versus most of these heroes that can sometimes be a bit annoying to get on top of. So far looking to continue to play aggressive around this Morphling.
It definitely seems sort of a bit of a heavier focus around playing around this jungle of Tundra. Just trying to make sure that Skeeter doesn't get nearly as much space as he did last game. Obviously, the difference in dynamic this time is the concern that too much is focused on trying to shut down Skeeter's area. 9 goes uncontested, and it's been quite a few minutes now that 9's been able to sit down here on this bottom lane. He's getting complete free fall.
He's starting to be pretty annoying too. Crystallis is caught in an awkward position, eats 2 or 3 of those spark rates.
Strong cut from Secret. I'm going to try and make moves here. And so far, Resolution sides, they've done a pretty good job at killing off Snaking when they catch him. Skeeter, it's going to be a bit of a bigger kill. They're going to go straight in for him.
Close to the tower, though. Let's see.
And it looks like Tundra may have made the call to not sort of throw in any further TPs. I mean, it's not even needed there. Tundra, they make the sort of calm response to not react with TPs, knowing that Skeeter's just able to walk that one off.
But with that slight moment of like space at all, you see Puppey rotate toward mid. This is how they want to be playing. They want to be the ones who are dictating that pace, dictating this tower aggression. But we'll be able to claim this one early. Nisha, he's almost got his Dragon Lance also finished up, so very farmed so far on Secret. And they're also, in the meantime, I saw they are starting to stack Ancients a little bit too, so making sure they do have that condition for the Bristleback to continue getting that increased farm.
Got it.
Secret, though, infinitely better than that last game.
It's certainly feeling a bit more solid, but I imagine to a sort of a point with regards to the drafts, this is sort of expected, right? This time around, Secret, they gave themselves a bit of a better shot of having this sort of earlier hold, earlier pressure that they're able to apply, and at the same time, you know, the change with 9 playing an arc warden instead of
like a carry.
He's going to react to sort of these moves a little less. So I don't think, you know, Tundra, they're not going to feel too under pressure despite losing some of these early towers. They've gone for a bit of a different approach this time round. And, you know, at the moment, under a 1k gold difference between the two teams. Under a 1k gold difference between the two teams. 9, I think he's still very happy.
Yeah, it's a totally different approach, right? The last time they had the Tusk, who's super aggressive, constantly rotating, making plays. Now it's just, it's a full economy game, really. Everyone's just trying to find as much farm as possible until they find this timing. Wraith Pact is done. Looks like now they're trying to speed up a little bit, go for a tower pressure of their own.
They'll take this one for sure. And they'll have no interest in this fight, this defense around this bottom tower.
Secret's maximizing. You see now, as we were mentioning, the stacks. Triple Ancient stack, double hard camp. So Crystallis will have a bit of enabling coming out here. Juicy stacks.
Good farm for Crystallis. We saw very much in game 1 as the Pudge pretty much held behind the entire time in terms of farm on cores. You can clear these stacks, get on the road towards the Aghanims. That's going to be the point where you can imagine that Secret, they're going to really start stepping things up and get up towards the tier 2 pushes with a Vanguard, Aghanims, Bristle. They're going to want to do as much as they can aggressively with it before 9 suddenly turns up and he has 3 Irons done.
Very farm-heavy game, though. Showing all 3 lanes. See, the Morphling shows bottom for a second. They show mid, I believe, on Zayats. Even the Lesh top 2, but good ward coverage. So Secret, they know they're safe for the moments. I'm kind of grouping together with Puppey, with the mech, with the Hand of God. They're tanky. There's a lot of damage on Tundra, but this Bristleback with all these heals might just be able to pierce through them.
Let's see if they can get on top of any of Tundra.
I mean,
Tundra's staying pretty hidden outside of the vision of Secret. I mean, Secret, they know that Tundra Do have a few up here in the jungle.
If they get any big kills, Secret could even look for Roche potentially.
They're going to settle for Saxa. Zayas catches wind of the Marcy off to the side. They'll go for Saxa. For Tundra, definitely not the biggest of losses there. They had a few cores farming in that area. In the Secret, they weren't able to find them.
They're going to do it. They're going to go for this.
Roche.
They have more than enough damage. They have the goo.
Do they do anything about this, Tundra? Are they going to expect the Secret back up as quickly as they did into the pit?
It's not an easy place to fight.
It's going down so quick.
Yeah, it's going to be dead already. Secret dictating the pace.
Very, very, very good moves here from Secret so far. Absolutely getting to play their game so much more than they were able to do so last game here. 15 minutes in, they've got the Aegis in their hands, so... Ooh.
Oh, so close.
Well, it's close indeed. Snaking and D throwing out a tip for that
Radiant's
one.
bottom tower is under attack.
As close as it gets, really, on the back of an escape in the TP.
So Tundra perhaps wanting to make a move of their own now.
Right.
They do, because everyone's shown, right? Secret, they haven't shown
attack.
a lot in these lanes, so Tundra looks like they do want to try to counteract this. They have 9 who can constantly always show up to the fights too.
Yeah, I think for the most part, Tundra know that even though the Secret had that Aegis, it's sort of an Aegis that's going to be used to just continue to allow Nisha to farm safely.
Yeah.
And Secret will be a little bit split up. Which gives the chance to Tundra to push for towers themselves and to sort of head straight into these fights, knowing that they'll probably have the numbers advantage at this stage.
And they can take these towers pretty quickly as well too. Visage with the CK Phantasm tends to be always a Tundra strategy, right? There's so much on the floor. Break Pact, illusions, familiars, etc. So they can go for this push, but on the other side, Secret
Taking Tier 2 tower here. Nice and early, 16 minutes in. Tier 2 to full on the top lane. And now they'll really be able to start taking over this jungle, this half of the map from Tundra. Really sort of shutting down the areas that Tundra, they kind of need to farm, or at least their 2 main cores. They need space. Skeeter and Nine, they want to be soaking up quite a lot of the map to get farm on these 2 carries.
Yeah, it feels like it's going to be quite a long time before Tundra just looks for this head-on type of fight. Unless they see, like we said, unless they see Secret completely split up or something like that, feels like it's going to be quite a farm game coming out from them. Even Soxon now showing mid. He might get punished for this.
They got him before. Looks like they're going to go for him again.
See if they can find him. Zayas. I don't think they got vision of him for a second. Now they did.
Saxa has Skeeter by his side, but
too much.
Won't be able to jump over towards him in time. So that is Saxa going down.
Similar wards coming out from Tundra as they did in the last game. So this one, exact same ward, and actually this one not on the high ground this time, but similar kind of purpose to watch any of these movements that are coming out from Secret, because Tundra, as we said, I think this is really going to be pretty emphasis of farm until 9 says, hey guys, I'm ready to show up. And maybe that's going to actually happen sooner than we expect, because I believe the Gleipnir is about to be done.
Just a recipe away.
That could be the indicator for them to show up. It does add so much potential for this hero. The damage, the control, everything, of course. But allows you to just freely land spark rates and kind of just keep people away from getting on top of you. So let's see if that is when they are going to look to fight.
It could be difficult to close that gap onto 9, especially considering the heroes that are drafted around him. A lot of frontline, even sort of from the supports, right?
Yes.
Snaking, getting him with a supernova. Saxa throwing himself in as the Marcy, getting him with the rebound. Very much multiple ways that Tundra can set up a team fight to just allow 9 to go to work, with Secret having a really tough time getting on top of it.
Constantly thinking about it.
It's hard to push for this tower, even with the moments left on the Aegis. Secret being very careful about how they look to make the next step.
It's a risky move. Don't want to overextend and get 5-man. They haven't seen this. They haven't seen the Arc Warden in a while, so they probably don't know either what 9's got just yet. Level 13 on this Arc already. Running around as a unit. 4 heroes together on Secret. Well, it's Chrysalis. Looks like he's got the BKB ready, so look, it feels like, yeah, Secret, they're just going to keep trying to push the tempo a little bit faster here. Even a blink now on the Lash 2 for Rezo, so as you mentioned, can be a little bit hard to maybe get to this Arc Warden without just the Morphling getting on him. Now Rezo's got a tool of his own.
Okay. And do you very much feel that Secret are on a timer? Like, even though they have this niche Morphling that's going to be able to get to these incredible stages of power in terms of scaling, you still kind of fear the Arc Warden as the moments pass?
Fear the high ground for sure. Rezo.
Tundra got to quickly back out, snaking. Oh. Away in time, that snowball not able to catch him. Tundra avoiding the moves of Secret. Seeker just trying to get some sort of aggressive play out of these final
Dyer's
few
turret
seconds
has
that they
been
have on the
killed.
Aegis of Nisha. It's back over towards the mid. Saxa. A bit of a chase down onto Puppey. Puppey has got backup on the way. Chrysalis heading over to help out, and Tundra. They won't try and poke up into the triangle of Secret quite yet. Maybe they will with Skeeter at the front. He's actually going to go for Puppey. See Chrysalis now as Chrysalis starts to try and push back Tundra and
Secret's
Nisha.
all coming.
It's coming in from the side there, over the snowball over towards Skeeter, but Sax is in with the rebound, stone up to Nisha. Nisha starting to try and shift, but that's his spot. He's got Aegis though. He's going to be back for round 2. Chrysalis charges in with the BKB over towards the Phoenix, the Snake. He's able to get the supernova off. Secret, they've got to back away from the ultimate for now. As 9 turns up with the Tempest double. No longer an easy fight for Secret to charge into. Zayats, he's trying to find some sort of angle from the side. But Tundra, they're here as a full fight, man. They're looking for Snakey, but the dives back up. They get the stun control onto Skeeter. Skeeter turns with the stun himself, but he's life stealing back up. It's not enough, though. Skeeter goes down. Secret able to get 1 kill out of this, maybe more. Chrysalis trying to lead the charge. Secret, they want to get something else out of this. Tundra, Saxa in the trees. Quick juke off to the side, back under the tier 2. He'll be fine, but Secret, they force a fight there around the expiring Aegis of Nisha. They get Skeeter, and with that in mind, they'll be able to get themselves straight onto Tundra's half of the map and continue to grow this lead.
Perfectly rallied, right? Rallied on Puppey. That's got to be the name of the game. He's got the plants, he's got the mech, he's got all these auras. We see the ice armor coming into play. Chrysalis had no fear. He pops BKB and he just starts charging right through everybody. And then they nicely kite and play around that supernova beautifully. Tundra maybe going a little bit too hard going into this Secret lineup when there still is that Aegis. So 10 seconds until it was going to go down.
Yeah, it was a very clean reset as well there for Secret. As soon as the supernova comes out, they're able to sort of back off. And you can see, from Tundra, they still commit into this. They very much feel that they've got the strength to do so with the 5 of them. It wasn't quite the case. Losing Skeeter here to what was a very patient Zayats, just keeping himself held to the side, looking for that opportunity to open things up onto Tundra, but maybe an angle that they weren't quite ready to sort of expect that entrance from the toss from. Back in action, talking about the toss, Zayats, in with a jump, they lock down Snaking. Skeeter looks to turn, they've got the gliding control out, but Skeeter's trapped. Trapped on the low ground, he'll stand his ground, the turtle was ready, the Prince coming out, take out the 2 of them. It's a double kill for 9.
Oh my, Saxa gets the 2-man rebound and they get the chain stun from the birds.
I mean,
man.
This time around, very much a case of Secret kind of making the move into committing for the fight, but not having what it took there to sort of take Skeeter down at the same speed they're able to do back mid. Tundra able to turn. And immediately off the back of taking down those 2 cores, they'll take the tier 1 tower. They're closing that lead that Secret were building. It's back down to sort of straight even here on the goal.
It's so much sustain that comes out really from Tundra's draft too. Their Vlads, their sidekick, everything coming to play. I mean, look at Skeeter. I mean, watch his HP.
I think a couple of nice armlet toggles there as well for Skeeter, very much keeping him fully in action. Between that and the heals, there's just too much. They couldn't kill the CK this time round.
Not rallied around Puppey. You know, they have to be a little bit careful when they don't have all these auras that are making them that much tankier. Tundra's damage is pretty insane.
And when they go for those plays and 9's just able to sort of sit back at a distance, it's concerning. You know,
he's loving
2
life.
kills for 9.
And now they also have an AC, so starting to build up these auras to even counteract and play against this Chen, but also protect versus this big damage that comes out from the Bristle and that Morph. 33 is quite large.
Yeah, and we see with 9 next time queued up is going to be the Blink Dagger, so it'll be even harder for Secret to get that jump onto him. We see any sort of snowball or hero running up at this Arc Warden. 9, he's going to be able to blink back, reposition, and allow the rest of his team to sort of be there in between him and Secret.
I love this type of build. Eventually, you can always build into like these overwhelming blinks and whatnot on Arc Warden, and then you have these double blinks and all this aggression you can do too. It's very oppressive. It's Tundra now starting to find their footing completely.
Well, look for tier 2 themselves.
Sidekick bird. Look how quick the tower drops. See you later.
Gone in a matter of seconds, even if that. And off the back of that immediate smoke from Tundra, they know that Secret's playing over on Tundra's half of the map around their jungle.
They're feeling incredibly strong with this newfound AC on 33.
This is a tough time for Secret to take a fight.
They also disassembled, so the BKB isn't ready.
9 with the Tempest doubling, start things off with the glide, they grab back Zayat. Secret, they've got to run.
I mean, that's also really cool that he can do it with the blink too. Right now, he has an initiator. They don't need to actually rely on the Marcy being the one to jump in. He just blinks in and gets like life for initiation. Yeah, Yeah, BKB, Skeeter had just finished that one up, so they felt strong to be able to go for this play. And now he's got Mage Slayer as well, too. So items started to be picked up on the side of Tundra, not only just to do lots of damage, but, of course, damage mitigation, as we've seen so much from them. AC, Mage Slayer, it's going to start to reduce a lot of Secret's potential.
It's so hard for them to burst through Skeeter like they were able to do that one time when he was caught on their half of the map.
It's a really good item this game, just like last time, versus that Lash, versus the Bristle, reduce the damage of the Quills, even the burst that comes out from Morphling. So, things starting to come together for them. It's a very common build, of course, too, for Skeeter.
I think for Secret, Nisha most certainly making the call for them to just sort of hold off on any further engagements until he gets his BKB done.
Yeah.
About half the gold away from the recipe, and it will be there, but going to be a little later than the timing that Roshan is going to be back in the game here. Roshan respawning.
They're walking up.
They are up on the high ground. They definitely want to try and do their best to push Tundra away from going for the Roche. See if they can hold them off from it. That's Tundra. They won't feel the need to be too scared of Secret. You know how strong they are. Secret, they'll look for the smoke up. Trying to catch Tundra from an angle they won't expect is not going to be easy when Secret currently hold the position they are. They're going to try and swing around from the west.
Lanes are starting to kind of get pushed out, though. We see Tundra cutting a wave mid.
Got this ward on 9. At 9, he's already out of this area.
This is the Tundra special, right? They start shoving those side lanes in to try to put you into this awkward position of a fight. Everyone rallied around each other.
How do you make the call of Secret? How do you make the jump? Tundra with their own smoke.
They don't want to overextend for these type of jumps either. Like we were saying before, they need to stay kind of rallied around Puppey. Make sure that they can utilize these auras at a maximum.
Tundra just rotating sort of all the way around where Secret's tried to step out for.
They found Puppey.
They're going to be able to get on the easy kill first. Straight on over the chair. Puppey caught by the Hex, taken down. Zions tries to roll in, but there's no place for him here.
Puppey pig-poled himself. Doesn't even get any heals off or anything. No raid pack, no mech. Caught by the stun anyway, so likely dies. But now, it's an option for them to go for Roche.
And with both supports down, I don't think the cores of Secret are going to want to turn up for this.
Oh boy.
This should be a free and easy Roshan for Tundra.
Free shard as well. Skeeter's going to be loving that. He actually passes it away. Looks like he's going to give it to 9. Okay, so more ways for him to protect himself and also magic resistance. So they can actually hold it. So we're talking so much about damage mitigation, of course, but this is another element that I feel like we don't really get to see too often. You fight inside the bubble, your Lash, this Bristle, the damage might not be there.
It's going to be a fair bit of protection. Indeed, able to be kept consistently up and out on the field.
And things are starting to get a bit scary because the scaling for Tundra is getting quite strong. Even the Marcy, level 12 is online. BKB is on the horizon. 12 on Phoenix. Game plan for Secret is starting to get kind of dissuaded.
Around the mid, they do find 33.
Okay.
Out and on his own.
He's very deep.
They might be able to do something about the familiars as well here.
Big pickup.
The slip up, a rare one as well there for 33. Out on his own. Be out and out for 40 seconds.
Can they turn it into more?
Is there something they can do with this one?
Yeah, they have to push out this bottom lane. Top is being dealt with Puppey, but do they have an opportunity to go for anything here?
Sax is very close to his BKB. Already, once again, Tundra support, so many games where their supports just turn into additional cores. Courses of Marcy. Very much sort of the direction that Saxon will go as the minutes pass. Skeeter, so having his Blink Dagger done, may have killed 33, but indeed it definitely feels like there's not a whole lot they can do with that. They're looking towards 9's Tempest double at the top. See if they can sort of burst through that, get a bit of extra gold for themselves. They will, they'll take it down.
Have to go for the top play because if you looked at the side lanes, mid lane, Phantasm was pushing it, bottom, Phantasm Illusion was also pushing it. So it's a typical Tundra trying to shove those lanes down, and now they see them split up. So Tundra, they're looking to strike.
Full axe on Crystallis.
Comes out late though.
Does not quite at the timing that they would have hoped for, especially considering the decent start they did have to this game. Zayat, maybe the one left behind up top. Tundra, everybody back on the map now. Ready to get together. Push down on this top lane. Still many minutes of Aegis to play with. Full Octarine done on 9.
He's so farmed. 6,000 ahead of his counterpart.
And there's going to be no catching up in terms of farm unless Secret are able to find these fights where Nisha's able to pop off, get the kills, somehow take down this Arc Ward, and it's going to be a lot of money if they're able to do so.
Just not an easy task.
He's got his Chrysalis done, Nisha, so stepping up the damage a bit. We'll see how explosive he will be if he's able to get in the center of the fight with the waveform, stand his ground between the BKB and the Manta that he has.
He's going to need as much... I feel like it's really appropriate that he's going this. I feel like they're really just going to need all the physical damage as possible, because as we were saying, you know, they just have so many different ways to mitigate that magic damage that they always tend to do, especially with that arc warded bubble as well too. So yeah, straight physical damage, go waveform attack target, and with that, with the goo as well too, he could be dealing a lot of damage, but so far Tundra, they've started to really just take over this map.
Tower is under attack.
5k lead, 4 to 5k. I mean, nowhere near as terrifying as the numbers were showing at this moment in the game, in game one. But still, you very much feel that one more fight, if the next fight crumbles for Secret, that number, that lead's going to triple. Secret, they cannot afford to lose another team fight here against Tundra. At the moment, very much seems like they're opting to wait out the Aegis that Skeeter has. Not looking to head straight into anything for this final minute. Skeeter has that second life.
Under attack.
Again, pop those Phantasm to send out to all these side lanes. Bottom is being pushed, but immediately 9 goes down. So again, sticking together Tundra, and they will just find a freebie.
They will indeed, Zayas. I mean, anyone that they catch with the farm that Skeeter has,
And now that's
completely destroyed.
high ground. They've got drums for these birds. They've got the sidekick we're going to see on the bird too. And look at the speed. Look how fast it drops.
It's going quickly. Fortification is there from Secret.
They've got the Rezo. They've got Shard on Rezo, so he's going to be able to slow it down a little bit with these chain stuns.
We'll see if Nisha can do anything here. He's ready to TP over, help out with the defense.
Oh, this is dirty. Look at these birds. Birds with magnetic field magic resistance. The attack. I mean, they're so strong.
They are huge annoyance to deal with here for Secret. We'll go for the resummon.
Stun, Skeeter.
He's low, but he's still got 20 seconds or so left on the Aegis. He's going to back off. We'll see them catch out the two of them with the root. Skeeter focuses in. I'll be him going down.
Rezo.
Those final few seconds of the Aegis. He's ready for round 2. Saxa, he'll charge him with the unleash of the BKB. Quickly turning towards him with his right clicks. Now put an end to the Marcy's life. Saxa to fall. Grab now on the Chrysalis. Skeeter 33. They get back in on top of the bridge, so they take him down. Nisha popping the BKB. That was using to retreat back to the high ground. Skeeter, he's in straight away, flicks up into the high ground. They've got the lockdown over towards Nisha, and waveform back up in time. Nisha gets away, double buyback from Secret. They're putting everything into this defense, but Skeeter's in with the chaos ball over towards Resolution. It doesn't matter though, Skeeter goes down. Secret with the 2 buybacks, they'll be able to hold and push Tundra back.
Nisha able to stand his ground there. Look at the damage done. 9,000 damage from the Morphling. The buybacks coming perfectly.
A defense for sure here from Secret, but they'll want more.
They got to push forward for sure.
Chrysalis spending up for that one. See up to the side, Zayats. He's got the catch though, the gap control onto Snake King. Snake King popped the supernova, but Chrysalis
It's gonna die.
and he's ready to help take the egg down. Secret, they'll find another down bottom. Rezo, he's got his eyes on 9 stun. That's already been used, and he's out in time. 9 able to get away before Nisha's able to put a stop to him. They'll still clean up the Tempest double. As Secret, with this sort of pushback, they're able to bring in the mid lane, bring in the bottom lane, able to get the creep waves back under sort of their momentum, and they may just be able to take some tier 2s away from Tundra here, close the gap, close the lead that Tundra's had for sort of the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, this time it's Tundra feeling themselves a little bit too much in that fight and just getting counteracted from those buybacks. The damage, this time Rezo's able to hold his ground.
I mean, we're very much seeing it. You know, you get given sort of any window from Tundra, you have to take full opportunity of it.
Immediate smoke.
Exactly what Secret's doing.
Yep, they got to smoke, sweep the map. They still have some heroes dead. Ult's on cooldown. Try to get as much as you can out of all
They've
this.
got to keep their foot slammed down on the pedal. Here's the
63.
shot. The point 33 off the shot. Protect himself for now, but they're surround him, and he's got nobody else in the area. So 33, he'll go down. Secret, they continue to play it hard and fast, fighting back
Big
at
place.
Tundra.
A huge place, really. Those buybacks are really coming into play. 33, he accepts that. He had the Aeon disc locked. He's like, no one's coming to help me. As Secret find their way back into this game. Nisha, he's massive now. Level 20 about to be taken. Also, Daedalus is finished.
Big damage to come out from this morph.
He's going to be able to focus fire these targets a little bit better.
I mean, it was seen, as I say, so many times before. Nisha on the morphling. This is the hero. You want to have him in this sort of position. He can absolutely carry any sort of game to the later stages when he's on his morphling. So top lane, so of course now done.
Rezo,
On
very,
9.
he's very deep. There's a Hex.
Look at the opening Hex. And Rezo is going to be able to get anything off. He's not. Phantasm's out. An overwhelming amount of damage there from Skeeter and the Phantasm.
That's the Hex reveal. He had no idea that was going to come. Usually you'd be able to maybe play around with the pounds coming in or the rebound coming in from Marcy with the BKB, but did not expect that Hex from the tree lines. Roche, it'll be a long spawn, 2 minutes. Zayats standing under a ward here. Very careful how far up he is.
I mean, Secret are absolutely going to want to do their best to keep tabs of when Tundra head into the pit. They'll want to get out there, they'll want to contest them. They do not want Tundra getting this next Roshan.
Nice play from Nisha. The illusions down bottom, we see them cutting the wave. So making sure that they always deal with those lanes. It seems like it's always like the most important thing when you're playing versus Tundra, keep that lane equilibrium. Will be addressed immediately. 9 shows up. And they're going to just keep peeping into the pit. That's going to be that next big thing, 90 seconds.
It really is. See if Secret can set up in a fashion to make sure that they are ready to take this fight around this area.
Important to look at these buyback statuses at the moment too. So. But that's a very sneaky one that has not been seen. Oh,
It's not a good sign.
uh-oh.
Pause, let's see.
Oh. Doesn't look good.
It looks good. Oh, he said no.
No, it's spazzing. I actually see it. It's like, because usually he tries to pull it from, well, he dropped it. There we go. Looks like we're good to go.
A little bit of, you know, a way to break out of it. A bit of a soft lock that was there on the courier, but it's all good.
I think we all needed that. You know, a little bit of a reset. Okay, let's get back into it.
So, you know, that was always a bit of a concerning position, but we're all good. We're all good. It has been fixed. We'll see if it's... Shouldn't be an issue down the line. Maybe the courier was just sort of stuck or something. But it's good. It's all good. We're back on. And around, of course, the focus next up for both teams is going to be this Roshan. Just in a minute until it's going to respawn.
Wow, Nisha already.
All satanic.
Yeah, she has it.
He's getting the items, Nisha. He's getting the items to be able to do this. But still, yeah, obviously a huge gap in net worth between him and the Arc Lord. That's always going to be expected at a certain point at this stage, especially with the amount of freedom that Nine's had. And Nine, of course, this game 4-0-5. It's a pretty much complete free farm across the map.
If they can get the Hex, though.
They're able to get that opening. There's no save, though. It's going to be there. Give Nisha a bit of a chance to break out of this initiation from Tundra. They jump across sides, looks towards 33. They push Saxa out towards the side. Nisha beating him down, takes out the Marcy. They'll look towards the Tempest double next. Tundra losing that Marcy, losing Saxa like this. They're very careful about how they commit for the fight further.
Beautiful play, really, from Zayats. Just immediately, that's the big thing they have to watch out for. It's just the chain control. If they can chain stun, chain hex the Morphling, that's the way that Tundra kills them. I mean, all eyes on Zayats to go for those saves.
Oh, there's again the Hex. So Zayats by his side.
He's got to be there every
single time. Zayats making sure that there's a chance for Nisha to fight back. They catch him with the furthest. No, Nisha's in so much trouble. They've taken him down.
He bought out.
Out for 80 seconds.
He didn't have BKB still available, and they just commit for him. I don't think Secret saw that.
All the apples are satanic to rely on, but even if he gets that off, he's getting caught in the stuns.
Oh, boy.
Almost certainly.
And, I mean, Roche now is for the taking.
It certainly is.
It's a big one.
Perfect time for it to be back up here for Tundra. They head over to the pit. And with no Nisha, no Zayats, nothing that Secret can do about this. This is going to be a free Roshan here for Tundra.
And Zayats is there. He's there perfectly to try to go for the save. Young BKB, Mantha still on cooldown. The double roots, you see the Gleipnir coming in. He's able to cover. So much control. And yeah, Aegis Cheese, Refresher Shard.
Who's taking the Refresher Shard? Who do you want this on?
Usually it's the Phoenix, but let's see if he does opt to pass it to somebody
very
else.
Very close to hitting the level 18 as well. So the Supernovas have the potential to be huge.
And they have this ward up top too. Rezo. There's a Hex.
There's 9 again.
They've got the chain stun.
Finding the opening, in with the rebound as well. Toss back with the dispose. They take him down before the Hex comes to an end, and any opportunities there for Resolution to respond. He's out for 70. He does have buyback himself. Still at 10 seconds without Nisha. Tundra, they're straight down the mid. They take out the range racks, and they'll look to get the melee racks as well. Chrysalis trying to force them away from him, but they don't get to expand him. In fact, they're just going to get aggressive on him, drag him back in. He has to put the BKB here. As the Phantasms continue to take down the melee ranks, the full set now in the mid, removed here by Tundra, and they're sticking around. 9 up towards the top with the Tempest double. They're trying their best to force out this buyback from Resolution. Another tier 3's gone, a second set of ranks exposed.
Look how fast it dies.
Are they going to be forced back at all? Fortifications pop. See Nisha on top of the Tempest double. It's soon to come around. Nisha's been caught with this other snowball. It's there. Zayats able to bail the issue out. That initiation there from Tundra. Nisha pressure. Wants the BKB, looks towards Sector, but Sector for the BKB, turns towards Chrysalis, disposes there. Chrysalis is down. No buyback for him. There's 100 seconds now without their Bristol. Rezo, his own BKB to come to an end. He has to back off. Nisha's also going to be so careful. They'll lose Puppey. 2 heroes dead, no buyback on them. Tundra, they take a full second set of barracks.
They're just so good at just resetting and poking, forcing BKBs, forcing mistakes, waiting for the perfect opportunity.
They're not going back anywhere.
No way, Snaking still has the refresher shard. They couldn't even touch the egg in that last fight.
I mean, we've seen with the purchases from Chrysalis, he did spend up. He would have had buyback back in 3 seconds, but he's 700 gold short of it.
It's all gone. I mean, the way they kill those buildings is way too fast.
I mean, the terrifying thing as well is indeed, yeah, Skidder still with that Aegis, Snaking still with the refresher shard. There's no reason, no need for Tundra to back off. They're looking to close this game 2 out. And the tier 4s fall. Secret, they'll look to smoke up. One final attempt to stop this push from Tundra, but the Ancient's falling so far. Looks to jump in. Skidder will drag back Resolution. Resolution trying to get the heal off with the Bloodstone. They'll keep him alive. The handoff off from Puppey will protect him for now. But the Ancient's still dying here to the Familiar. Secret, they're trying to push them back, but it's not going to be possible. GG is going to be called.
Wow.
As game 2 also going to Tundra, who now